Hey everybody, Mike Brumfield. Welcome to my video, The Evolution Revolution. I hope to be the first scientist researcher out there that will be able to explain evolution in a very simple, plain, quick way to children to where they will never forget it. So this is for all the kids of the world. It's a Evolution Revolution by Mike Brumfield. Just to introduce you to me a little bit and let you know what I have done. I'm a writer, researcher of 8 books. The new one will be out here shortly. It's called Reality: Escape from Planet Earth. The most important thing is there's one out right now. It's called Infinite Astronaut's Theory of Everything, and that is exactly what this evolution theory is. It's where did everything come from. So today, children, I want to start this evolution revolution and give you the simple steps to understand and learn about evolution. And the first thing you can do is find for yourself your own proof of evolution. Proof of evolution. That's my objective. Now, you can do it in 3 easy steps. Show you how. All right, step 1, knowledge is power. Check everything out. Don't just ask somebody for the answer. Look it up yourself. Look its definition up. Step 2, you're going to then, once you understand that the definition was simple, the reason it doesn't agree with religion, which is creation, and I'm going to talk about this chart here in a second behind me. These are the tools I'm going to give you to determine whether a species is a product of evolution or it's a product of religion's creation story. Okay, now back to this. Look at all life forms. Evolution says that life happened by chance. Nobody created the universe. It's always existed. Creation says that person up in the sky done it. So, now, I want you to look at all life forms, and you're going to discover a startling common denominator that sticks out like a sore thumb, like a neon light bulb. And I couldn't believe it when I discovered it. Now, the last thing is that I have here says step 3, look at common features and clues to answer where these species come from. Why do they look the way they do? And here's what you have. I was blown away when I discovered the simple clue that stuck out to me about us being different from all other life forms is that we look different. I saw that the dolphins I dearly loved all look the same. The eagles I thought were majestic and beautiful all look the same. The deer, the red ants, the geckos. There you go, Jeffrey. I corrected it. Because in another video called Irrefutable Proof of Evolution, please check it out. I'm not as smooth as this, and I think I'm only smooth because my wife's getting aggravated. And I keep messing all these things up. I don't do it by cue cards. I want to keep it short and simple. It's all about learning about evolution. Now, we look different. They all look the same. I ask a question. Again, these are tools for children to determine them for themselves without asking their parents, who may be religious, and say, like mine did, evolution isn't a fact. So if you have that problem that I had when I was growing up, you just look for yourself. So bottom line is, when I looked at everything, I said to myself, what physical features do all these species have in common of life that humans don't? And it's clear that they all look the same. So now back to this, kids. This is all about science. Science is ruling the earth today, and science is making our world a better place. This is not about right or wrong. This is about understanding and observing there is a prevailing dilemma on earth with the majority of people are religious and say that evolution isn't a fact. Now, my mom and dad don't understand evolution, and when I asked them if they knew the definition of it, they didn't. Start asking people around you. This is my evolution revolution. Today, we're going to start and educate people about evolution and finally acknowledge that religion is also itself unsure of their creation story, because today we have a cartoon drawing that is revealing, it's a cartoon parody of a political event. Today, the leader of the religious world accepted and came out and stated that evolution is a fact. All the scientists all over the world agree with it. And it's not about a right or wrong issue, but he literally says that that's the way God works. Now, that's called intelligent design. He says God works through evolution. Now, the problem with that is the world isn't perfect. There are rocks flying through it, and also we have the atom that says it can't be created nor destroyed, and that's what all matter is made of. Where did everything come from? It evolved, and it evolved from something that we think doesn't exist, which is air, space, void, nothing, gas, okay? But it does exist, so that's the deal. Get science, get educated, help me start the evolution revolution, and reveal to people that the reason evolution will never agree with religion is because evolution says things happen by chance, and coincidentally, if we just look for the evidence of it, we have the Big Bang Theory that says, that is accepted by the Pope today in this paper. And I love the parody because Eve is saying to Adam, we had a pretty good run, old buddy. And he's reading a paper about the Pope saying that evolution is a fact. So if you don't know the definition of it, don't feel bad. I didn't either. And kids, today we can change the world through science. And science is all about bettering life for humans and possibly conquering death, disease, and all of that. So let's quit arguing. Let's all look at the facts and let the facts speak for themselves. I found another just startling discovery. I've got to share it before I end. I, in all my books, propose to you that these gods in the sky story that's always existed, the reason they had it perfect in the beginning is because maybe they all look the same. Maybe they evolved. Because isn't that the obvious question for religious people? Where did God come from? I don't accept their answer. He's always existed. Well, maybe he has through evolution, because maybe the gods was a human species just like us, kids. And they all look the same, just like all the other species of life on the other side of the this illustration I've given you. Now, I want to end with saying that if you can't wrap your mind around one species giving life to offspring, because we do it through a woman and a man, two different species, or so not two different species, but two different sexes. Now here's the deal. I love this. Notice how all these look the same, human-looking species. Down here, the heads of Easter Island, huge and famous, big bald-headed looking species, and they look just like these Olmec gods. Okay, go back because I'm going to wrap this up. My wife thinks I'm not doing too bad because I can tell right now. All right, Jeffrey, I love you. That's the reason I signed it to you. Now you'll know that evolution is literally a scientific viewpoint by Charles Darwin in 1859. The origin of species. Where did everything come from? It's always existed, buddy, because atoms can't create them nor destroy them. Now, and one atom can be split. We have nuclear science, kids. That's what nuclear energy is, okay? We split atoms. They have phenomenal, small, invisible things, have huge amounts of energy. Check this out. I want to give the answers to you children about how life can come produce offspring from one thing without a mom and daddy. We have today this Ebola virus thing happening, kids. Don't worry about it. We're curing everything. Best thing about religion is the story of people already done all this, which is logical, and they live in the sky, okay? Because we're flying in the sky. We have a Petri dish illustration here of as an example of proof of evolution of life, okay? We can take an Ebola virus, because we've done it, put it in a Petri dish, it becomes 2, 4, 8, it starts to multiply, and that's how it kills humans. What happens, okay? We know through education how this happens in science. So this is what we have. We have species of life, every type you have, from the amphibians to the reptilians to the insects. They all look the same. Us humans look different. They don't have history and stories of people in the sky creating them. We do, and that's logical. And maybe these people in the sky evolved and they've always existed because they all look the same. So, love it. Love you, kids. It's an evolution revolution. Check out all my other videos. I'm not the most slick orator speaker in the world, but I love kids, and I want them finally to have the tools for themselves and not be at the mercy of adults like I was with my mom and dad just saying, son, evolution ain't a fact. It's not real, okay? So I've done all this checking out and doing all this for myself, and I want you to do the same. Join me. Oh, I'm getting all choked up. Evolution Revolution by Mike Brumfield. Check it out. Look for the evidence. Boom. Peace, love, harmony.